Louie Gohmert spoke at the Tea Party Patriots event, and he's going to tell you what his plan would have been to deal with the 2008 crash.
Something came along called TARP, the Wall Street bailout. And I'm telling you what I told people then. If you have to set aside free market principles to save the free market, it's not worth saving. But it is worth saving because you don't have to set them aside. And someone said, okay, Louie, what else could you have done? Well, there were a lot of things you could have done. One of them, we had hundreds of billions of dollars, now they say over $1 trillion, in foreign banks owned by Americans who have paid 40, 50, 70% tax. They can't afford to pay another 50%, 40% to bring it back in here. As some of us had advocated, you could say, all right, here's the law, new tax law. You bring that money in here, buy mortgage-backed securities. Others, we could have saved them. You know, Goldman Sachs, all of these people prop up Ford, Chevrolet, Chrysler, you know, GM, you prop them all up, and you don't pay taxes on that. That money could have come in. It would have caused new boards of directors. It would have caused new blood, new infusion of energy, and it would have saved them without abandoning free market principles. We could have done that.
All right, let me explain exactly what he's saying there. He's talking about a tax holiday, as it's called. You know what that is? That's when you let corporations who are cheating on their taxes bring back their money into the country and pay 0%. So he said that they were paying, they already paid 50%, 70% in taxes. Nonsense. They paid 0%. That's why their money is in the foreign bank, so they can cheat on their taxes and get away with it and pay 0%. So his idea is just let them bring it back in the country and don't make them pay any taxes. Furthermore, what would they do if you let them bring the money back in the country? They wouldn't do anything. They do nothing. He's making it seem like, they're going to prop up, Lehman Brothers and AIG, and they're going to do the bailouts themselves with their own money. No. They wouldn't do that at all. They would bring the money back to the country, and they'd put it right back in the bank account, tax-free now, because that's what you want to do, and they wouldn't help anybody. Well, you think corporations are going to benevolently help other corporations out of the kindness of their hearts? That's not how the world works. And you can't mandate by law that this company give money to that company. You can't do that. So Louie Gohmert, he's just a confused person. Now, he's right that we shouldn't have bailed out Wall Street, but we also shouldn't just let them cheat on their fucking taxes. Isn't that crazy? That's his plan. His plan for 2008 would have been no bailout, but you let these guys bring their money back into the country, which they're hiding away in tax havens, tax-free. But the plot thickens even further. So I stumbled across this. Listen to his speech on the floor when the debate was happening about AIG, when we bailed them out, and then they turned around and paid bonuses to the same jackasses that ran the company into the ground. Listen to what he said back then.
Here once again, we're going to hastily do something wrong, good intention. There's nobody in this Congress that wants that money back more than I did. But going back to September, going back to the stimulus, spendulus, going back to the omnibus, we hastily went through this stuff. Some of us said, don't go so fast and we can make sure we got a better bill. And we didn't do that. So here we are going to hastily shred the Constitution with an ex post facto law that goes back and says we'll take 90% of the taxes. Mr. Speaker, that's not right. We don't take bad law and make worse law shredding the Constitution.
So understand what he's arguing for there. After the Wall Street bailout happened, Democrats realized that these idiots were taking the money, the hard-working middle-class taxpayer money, and they were paying the failures huge bonuses. You don't fucking pay bonuses after you bankrupted your companies. Your ass should be fired. Never mind getting bonuses on the taxpayer's dime. So what did the Democrats do? Well, they said to protect at least some of the taxpayers' money, we're going to propose a bill that taxes all the bonuses that were handed out at 90% to try to change some of the damages, get the money that the government gave out to come back to the government so we're not getting fucked anymore. Well, the legislation passed the House 276 to 145, but Louie Gohmert voted against the legislation. So he voted against taxing the undeserved bailouts at 90%. So in other words, Louie Gohmert is so against giving money to Wall Street that he wanted them to keep the fucking bonus money that we paid them after they bankrupted their companies. Dude, shut up. He's a fake. He's a fraud. He's a fraud. He's out there, oh yeah, I care about free market capitalism and the principles this country is founded on, and I wouldn't have bailed out them guys, and this is what I would have done. And then meanwhile, what does he do? He wants these big corporations that are cheating to pay a 0% tax rate and get away with it. And he doesn't want to get the bonus money back from them after they got it undeservedly from the middle-class taxpayers. Oh yeah, you're really on our side, Louie. You really got some bright economics ideas, don't you?